Greetings, fellow citizens. This is Citizen Kong with a television review. This review is about House of Cards. There's a UK version, which of course is the original, and then there's the American version, House of Cards. The British version stars Ian Richardson, and let's see, when did this come out? Doesn't say. It says 1990. Both of these shows deal with political thriller, political drama. House of Cards stars Kevin Spacey, and did I mention that the UK version stars Ian Richardson? I watched the American version of House of Cards. It's been, in fact, on YouTube. You go to the homepage for a while, they were promoting it there. Netflix has been heavily promoting this show. It's the first show that Netflix has done that was produced for Netflix. Netflix are the ones that invested the money to produce it. Which is interesting, like a lot of American television, they were British shows first, like, I can only think of old examples. There's probably some recent ones, but Sanford and Son was originally a British program, I believe called Steptoe and Son. And if I'm not mistaken, All in the Family was also a British TV show. The original House of Cards, of course, takes place in England. Some of it was not all that familiar to me. I don't know all about how British government works. You know, there's a Prime Minister, you know, House of Lords, House of Commons, and the monarchy. Ian Richardson plays a man that I think in the UK they call a whip. And Kevin Spacey plays the House Whip in the American version. And this is a man that will stoop to nothing. Is that the correct way of saying it? He'll stoop to anything. He'll stoop at anything to climb the ladder of power. And it all starts out with both men. Both stories are very similar, except, you know, the different types of government. Both men feel terribly wronged, and they vow to take revenge. Ian Richards' portrayal of it, and they both share this what they call in television, I believe, or movies, breaking the fourth wall, where there is the plot developing, there's some dialogue, and the actor, the character, will turn to the camera and talk to you and say, well, this is what I really think about this person, or he thinks he's going to get away with this, and then he'll turn and resume character. Both of these shows use that device. Of course, it's only Kevin Spacey's character and only Ian Richards' character that will do this. There's a young journalist, a female journalist in both shows that basically make their mark because they are privy to inside information. And the whip is manipulating and using her by feeding her certain information that she'll put in the press that helps him achieve his ends. And it even goes to the point of murder, where they're bumping people off to get their way. And there's all kinds of machinations and planning and backstabbing, and I found both programs very enjoyable, except there was a certain thing about Ian Richardson that, even though I really admire Kevin Spacey, he's a great actor, and Ian Richardson, who I've never seen before, and he's older looking than Kevin Spacey, he's got gray hair, but which is funny, both characters, because power, you know, is seductive. Power is an aphrodisiac, and even though both these gentlemen are older, young women are drawn to them. Particularly these two female journalists. Two, I mean, one the English version and one the American version. Ian Richardson has this very devious, reptilian, snake in the grass air about him that's just kind of slippery, you know? And so I preferred his portrayal as the main character. The British version is called a trilogy, and over there in the UK, what we call a season, they call a series. So there's 3 series, and I watched every episode. The American version so far has just 1 season. Now, the first season of the American version and the first series, the UK version, the plot lines are very similar. There's a few differences, and they weren't so similar. They weren't carbon copies of each other that I still found watching the UK version. I watched the American, as I said, I watched the American version first. I found the UK version still interesting because there were things that I would wonder if it were going to happen and maybe didn't quite happen the same way. I have yet to see the American version of House of Cards run its full course. It makes me wonder whether, while I'm watching it, I'm going to say, well, this is probably going to happen, or this is probably going to happen. Whether they're going to take a different route or route as developing the story. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, actually. So that's my television review of House of Cards UK, House of Cards US. I recommend both very highly. House of Cards UK is available also on Netflix streaming, and so far, yes, Netflix streaming for House of Cards US, but only the first season is available. And I believe it's very successful, so they probably will do more. All right, this is Citizen Kong. Thank you for watching my television review. Cheers.